Good morning, everyone. Today is the first day of student teaching placement. Today is actually Tuesday, January 4th, and students don't actually come back till tomorrow. So today is a teacher development day. And so it's going to be a great day for me to kind of get to know my mentor teacher a little bit more. And so, yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting to know his expectations in the classroom and what he does to prepare to get the students to come back after a break. And so that is what we're going to be doing today. And I wanted to take you guys along with me. So yeah, I will see you when I get to school.
Howdy, what can we get started for you?
Hi, yes. Can I get a grande caramel brulee?
Got it, nice or hot?
Hot, please. Do you guys have the ham and cheese croissant?
We do have that.
Okay, I will have one of those as well, please.
Those. Anything else?
That's it. Hey, everyone. We made it to school. It is about 8 o'clock. And I am just waiting around for the rest of my cohort members to come and we will walk in together. I'm also going to be in a SPED placement, which is going to require me to get a badge from the school because the building that I'm going to be in is not connected to the rest of the building. So I'm going to need a badge to be able to get in and out of the building. So yeah, I am looking forward to this semester in my student teaching placement. So I just want to let you guys know that I finally made it. Gonna wait around for a little bit to go on in. So I'm gonna be working on some school stuff while I wait in the car. Hello. It is the end of the day and it is about 4:06 and I am at Target because I'm going to go ahead and pick up my MT's gift. I looked on like a spreadsheet that he and the school kind of created of some of his favorite things. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up now. But I cannot wait to tell you guys all about my first day at student teaching placement. I am in love. I am so excited. Like, I cannot wait for this student teaching placement for the spring semester. It's going to be great. So anyways, let's go ahead and head inside. So we are back at home. It is, let's see, what time is it? It's about 7 o'clock. So So I've been home, I ate dinner with my husband, and now I want to just kind of reflect on my first day. As I said in the car when we went into Target, I absolutely love my placement. Today we talked about things that I would be taking over in the classroom, like teaching different groups. I'm so sorry, but my cat is in here. She's kind of meowing. She's actually a stray cat that we took in. She had a really hurt leg where we can like see the inside of her, like a whole big chunk was taken out of her leg, and so we decided to take her in. So anywho, she is staying in this room because we do have 3 other cats in my house, and so we're trying to keep her separate from the 3 other cats. 1, because we don't know how she's going to react, and 2, because we don't know how my cats are going to react to her. And so she's kind of meowing just to kind of get some attention. So if you hear meowing, that's what it is. So for my first day, I went in, I spoke with my mentor teacher. He is amazing, and he's already including me on things that I can do around the classroom, and I just feel absolutely welcomed. Like, I am so excited. I'm just like beaming because I'm just so excited to finally be in a SPED classroom, because that's ultimately what I want to be. I want to be a SPED teacher. And so I'm just super excited to be in this placement and to learn. So we talked about like what my expectations were, like what I needed to do for my classes in my placement. I am getting ready for EdTPA, and all of that is going to be completely done by February. Let me look. I have a calendar here. February 30th. I have all of EdTPA done. So all of January and all of February is going to be super packed. So I talked about like what my expectations were and what I needed from him to make sure that I got those things done. Another thing that we talked about was his expectations of me and like what he expected me to do in the classroom, and what I can do to help contribute into the class. So we had 2 meetings today. One was at PLC. The elementary school that I am currently at starts from pre-K 3, I believe, all the way up to 5th grade. And so we went to a 5th grade PLC, and so we kind of talked about some things that we can do to help our students, and just kind of like unpacked an area for us to be able to contribute towards our students to make them successful. And then our second meeting was actually a meeting with the assistant principal, my mentor teacher, which is the SPED teacher, a general education teacher, as well as 3 specialist teachers, and a school psychologist. And so, or school counselor. And so we just kind of talked about a specific student's behavior and like coming up with a plan that we can implement to help this child be successful in a classroom. And so I don't know if many of you guys know, but I absolutely love behaviors. I love to learn about them. I want to figure out a way to help my students become the best version of themselves and figure out ways to help them through behaviors. My ultimate goal is to obviously become a SPED teacher, but once I become a SPED teacher, my end goal is to hopefully become a behavioral specialist in a school district. So this meeting was great because I was able to kind of be part of a meeting talking specifically about behaviors, and that's something that really piques my interest in figuring out a way that we can, as educators, can help support this student. So yes, that is what we did today. I also am working on some sight word prep or activities for, I believe, 2nd grade. And so we're going to be working on primer. So I went ahead and created some different activities to present to my mentor teacher, and we're gonna do some of those in class on Thursday. And then I also created a welcome back PowerPoint. So I'm not quite done with that one yet. I also need to work on a assignment that's due tomorrow. And if you watched my last video about all my goals, one of my goals was to try to complete assignments at least one day in advance. So I'm going to be working on that now, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get the majority of it done and get it ready to go for tomorrow. And so then tomorrow, instead of me working on the assignment, I can just make some tweaks and adjustments before I actually turn it in, instead of spending the entire night trying to work on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys watch me work, because I have a couple things that I'm gonna be working on tonight, and that is my first day of student teaching placement. Okay, so I figured I would show you guys what I have been working on. So my mentor teacher asked me to create a sight word center idea. So I have a few options. I don't know if many of you guys know, but I used to be a pre-K teacher. And so I have this sight word SWAT game. And then I also gave instructions and then like a picture of what the students will be required to do. So for the SWAT game, it is little flies, and they each get a fly swatter. And so we call out the sight word, and they have to quickly try to swat the fly. And the whole purpose of the game is for them to collect as many flies as they can. And then to reinforce their sight reading, I was thinking that they can read the flies after the game is over, just to kind of reinforce their sight reading skills. Another option that I included was to do a sight word parking lot. And so what would happen is I would create flashcards, and then there would be parking spaces with the sight word, and you would call it out, and they would take the cars and basically park it in the correct parking lot. Another option that I was thinking, if we didn't want the teacher to call it out, was to have flashcards. They would have to flip it over, and then they would have to match the correct one. I think I like the first option better, because they hear the word and then they have to try to find it and by reading it. So either options, I gave him a couple of options that he could choose from. Another option for centers is doing I Spy sight words. And so I would create sight word cards where they would be placed around the room. It's kind of like Write the Room, except them writing it, they have to go and read the word. So they have to like spy that word. So they would be around the room, and then in each of these like circles here, they would check mark once they found one. And so the whole goal is for them to find all of the different thes, or all of the different sight words, and make sure that they get them all checked off. So that's a reading skill. And then the last one is because you can't go wrong with sight word bingo. So creating our own sight words, and then they would have to place a chip over it once they've read it. So those are some options that I provided for my mentor teacher, because he did ask me to create some sight word centers for Thursday for some of our students in our class. Well, another thing that he wanted me to work on is to create a PowerPoint or a slideshow. And so instead of like jumping right back into like rigorous work, we're going to kind of talk about what we did during our winter holiday break. And so I figured a fun way to do this is by having like a slide show and having the students stand up if they did the following. So stand up if you had hot chocolate. So they would stand up if they had it over their break. Stand up if you saw Christmas lights. Stand up if you watched a holiday movie. Stand up if you decorated your house, played outside, saw someone you haven't seen in a while, received an awesome gift, read a book or story, traveled for the holidays, gave a gift to someone. So though I had 10 slides. And so what I was thinking is after we had the students stand up, and they said, yes, I had done that, then we can dive into like a conversation. So this one, for example, says gave a gift to someone. So for me, I would stand up and say, okay, yes, I did do this. And then it would lead into a authentic conversation of what did you give to someone? What was the gift? So that's kind of what I was thinking. Did you travel for the holidays? Well, my mentor teacher did. So that would be a great opportunity for him after he stood up, discussed him traveling to wherever he traveled, and he could say, yeah, I traveled by car, by plane. And so it just kind of gives us a way for them to kind of get active, but also to be able to talk about what they did over the holidays. So I created this for our class for tomorrow. So yeah.